Alright, hello guys, this is Champion Marks welcoming you back to another Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi battle. This was versus Iyokuu, who I found in the RPX chat, his link in the description, but yeah, let's just get started. This is Gen 5 UU match, by the way. Alright, so I start off with my obvious lead Donphans. He starts off with a Quagsire now. Apparently, in his narration, he said that this was some sort of anti-lead Quagsire. I don't really know how that's supposed to work, but yeah, anyway, I just go for my Stealth Rocks because even if this guy does have the super effective water move on me, unless it's Surf, it's not going to do anything, and not many Quagsires are special based, so I just stay in for my entry hazards, knowing that Donphan has enough defense to take that waterfall, even though it is super effective. And here, I know I really don't want to stay in on this Quagsire, because even though I'm taking those waterfalls kinda well, the damage from them is going to be racking up sooner or later. So I just switch into my no, he has Quagsire. I switch into my Altaria, Cloudburn, because I'm thinking if I can get this thing Toxic, it's going to be a lot easier to take down, because even though Quagsires do usually carry Recover, Recover can't get rid of the Toxic, and Toxic is going to start adding up sooner or later. So even if this thing does set up for a sweep, it will die eventually. So now I kind of stay in, risking that he may or may not have the Ice Punch, but thankfully he doesn't, so yeah, not too much of a risk there, because yeah, it kind of paid off. Even if he did have the Ice Punch, I would have got off the Toxic anyway, but yeah, now, I believe, oh, he withdraws his Quagsire, and I believe he goes out into his Crobat. Yeah, he goes out into his Crobat. Now, I wasn't really sure what this thing was going to do to me, and I just went for the Dragon, wait, oh, I guess I went for the Cotton Guard, wanting to stay in on his Quagsire for days, since I realized he didn't have Ice Punch, but anyway, now he's got this Crobat out here, and I'm not entirely sure what this thing is going to do to me. I was thinking maybe it would try and throw a Toxic of its own at me, or maybe go for Super Fang, I don't know. But, yeah, in any case, I just go for a Dragon Pulse as he goes for a Taunt. Now, I was just like, duh, derp, all Crobats carry Taunt, why didn't I see that coming? But I just go for the Dragon Pulse, so that doesn't really hurt me that turn, but I'm not going to be able to stall this thing out, because I can't Toxic it, especially after it uses Taunt on me, so yeah, I need to get out of there so I can save Altaria for later and actually have it be somewhat useful. But anyway, now, this battle was a couple weeks ago, so I'm not entirely sure of what happens, but I'm just going to try and keep up anyway. But yeah, I switch out into my Cryumi, thinking this is probably a more bulky variant of Crobat. I don't know why I thought that, but I did, and seeing the Roost kind of confirms that, so I'm thinking that I thought that Cryumi could safely switch in and just go for an Ice Beam to excuse me, get the kill on it, hopefully, because Crobat being really fast and able to restore its HP is not going to prove favorable for me. So yeah, he switches out to his Evo Stone Porygon 2, and from the second I saw this thing, I knew I had to get this thing Toxic at some point, or else it was going to completely destroy me with freaking status and recover and all that shit, because Evo Stone Porygon 2 is bulky as shit. And you can tell that by how much that Ice Beam does. It does just about a quarter, which, yeah, for max special attack Cryumi, that's not too impressive. But I just go into my Chansey, because I know pretty much every Porygon Z is bulky. Porygon Z. Why do I keep getting those two Porygons mixed up? But anyway, I know it's bulky, so I'm gonna need to get it Toxic so that it will die easier. And he throws a Paralysis in my face. Now, I'm not too concerned about that, because I could just Aromatherapy and or switch out to get Natural Cure and get rid of that. And he switches in his Evire. Now, I was kind of happy because I thought I would get a Toxic on this thing, which would have been just as good, because that means his attacker would die easier, but get the Parahacks, and now I have to switch out fearing the Cross Chop, so I just go into my Donphan, because Donphan's physical defense is pretty good. It can take one of those Cross Chops pretty easily, especially from Evire, because everyone pretty much knows that Evire sucks, even though New U it shines a lot more than it did back in Gen 4 OU. Anyway, now I go for the Ice Shard because for some retarded reason I expected that his Ice Punch would kill me. But yeah, I kind of forgot that Donphan has amazing defense, and it actually takes this Ice Punch. So yeah, I could have easily went for an Earthquake there and gotten rid of his Evire right now, but yeah, that's what I get for playing... That's what I get for being an idiot, but anyway. Now I know he's gonna kill me, no matter what he goes for, so I just go for the secondary Ice Shard to get some more damage on him before I die. And I actually get a crit here, which, I don't know, that doesn't really matter too much, because that thing would have been dead otherwise if I had gone for the Earthquake. So yeah, not really that big deal. But anyway, I just go into my Cryumi here, because I know Evire is not Scarfed because it's switched moves, and yeah, so I know that my Cryumi can easily outspeed this thing, and go for the Draco Meteor for the kill. Now I go for the Draco Meteor, thinking he might want to save his Evire for later. In case he does and switches out, Draco Meteor is going to do a shit ton no matter what he brings in, because even his Porygon 2 is not going to take that Draco Meteor too pleasantly. And he switches into his Quagsire here, which takes a shit ton of damage from that Draco Meteor. Now, here, I'm thinking, it's at a pretty low amount of health. If Draco Meteor doesn't kill it, then Toxic will, so I just stay and go for the second Draco, even though I'm at -2, and that Toxic damage puts it back where it was without leftovers, so I'm extremely confident the Draco Meteor will take out Quagsire. And thankfully it does do that, so that Quagsire doesn't get off whatever kind of move that it would be able to do to Cryumi, maybe Stone Edge, I don't know. But now he switches into his Donphan, and now I'm kind of thinking, well, shit, this thing's going to set up Stealth Rocks on me, then spin away my rocks, just like my Donphan does, because, but yeah, my Donphan's dead, so I can't reset my Stealth Rocks, which is, not fun at all. So yeah, he does go for the obvious Stealth Rocks, because even though Donphan's special defense isn't the greatest, -4 Draco Meteor isn't going to do shit. And he gets his leftovers HP back, so now his Sturdy is up again, which is even worse for me. Now, I go for Seed Bomb. Now, in his narration, he was kind of thinking, wait, what? Why Seed Bomb? Well, really, the only reason I went for Seed Bomb was because I quickly checked the base powers of all my moves, and Seed Bomb was the best choice at the moment, because it did the most damage. Because, yeah, Ice Punch wasn't as powerful, and Stab Close Combat would just lower my defenses, so Seed Bomb was the best choice in this particular situation. Even though it's not really doing a whole lot. And I get a lucky crit here that probably mattered, but anyway. Here, I believe he just goes for the Earthquake to get the easy KO on me, because Primeape is frail as all get out. So yeah, Primeape goes down, which is sad, because Primeape really never gets to do anything, and I actually did replace Primeape, spoilers, but anyway. So Donphan just gets the little teeny amount of HP back from leftovers, and it's not really going to be able to live another hit, so I just go into my, Victini here. Now, I'm just going to go for the Zen Headbutt here, because I'm thinking, wait, oh, he goes for the Ice Shard first, because he knows he's going to die, and that minuscule amount of damage could help somehow in the later game. But anyway, yeah, I just go for the Zen Headbutt, because I'm thinking V-Create might not be the smartest choice, because he could bring in something that could threaten me after I get the speed lowering and just kill me, so I thought Zen Headbutt would be a good idea, because it hits lots of his stuffs for good damage. Except this here, Porygon 2. And it traces my Victory Star, which doesn't matter, because Porygon 2 never carries low accuracy moves, unless the person who has it is really, really ballsy. But yeah, I just go into my Chansey, because again, this thing is the best I have to take on this Porygon 2, and I need to get it Toxic sooner or later. But here he just goes for the Thunder Wave on me, and I'm paralyzed again, which really doesn't matter, because I can get rid of that Paralyze pretty much instantly if I wanted to. Now, here, he stays in for the cover, and yeah, that was a pretty bad move in his choice, because now I do get to get that Toxic on Porygon 2, which is what I've been trying to get for like half the game right now. So yeah, that's pretty good, because without leftovers, its only recovery is recover, so this thing's going to be a lot easier to take down, because with that huge amount of bulk, I'm going to need that residual damage. And here, he just switches back out into his Crobat, and I guess he just wanted to go for the taunt, but I switch out in my Chansey, because I want to get rid of the Paralyze, and switch into my Altaria, because I was thinking maybe he'd switch in one of his Sweepers for some reason, but whatever, Crobat works. And now I need to switch my to Altaria out, because I know the taunt's coming, and Dragon Pulse spamming is not going to be the smartest choice. So I just switched back on to my Cryumi, because I was thinking he's probably going to go for the taunt again, because, yeah, obvious play is obvious, and I guess he just wants to play safe, and thankfully that is what he does. Oh, wait, I'm getting a little ahead of this, aren't I? Yeah, he does go for the taunt, and now I'm pretty much free to do whatever the hell I want. Now, what did I go for next? I either went for the Ice Beam, no, I went for the Draco Meteor, because I was thinking he'd switch out again, fearing the Ice Beam, but I guess he overpredicted me, because he stays in with his Crobat, but that leaves him pretty damn low, and yeah, basically anything that I hit him with next will kill him, but he goes for the U-turn, switches out, and that's not exactly favorable for me, because now he just gets a free switch into whatever the hell he wants to switch in, and since I have -2, that's not really enjoyable, and he goes into his Juice. Now, this thing, I was thinking I want to stay in here, because if I remembered I remembered that a lot of these Sceptiles are Subseeders, or Substitute Spammers, or something, so I was thinking to stay in for the Draco Meteor to continuously do damage to him, and hopefully break subs even after, like, -4 or 6 or whatever, but he just goes straight for the attack to try and do the most damage, to try and get rid of my Cryumi, and now I'm at such low HP that if I switch out, Stealth Rocks will kill me, so I just go for the next Draco Meteor to try and hopefully kill this thing, but sadly that is not the case. He lives with just a sliver of HP left, and he goes for the next Earthquake to get rid of my Cryumi. But thankfully that wasn't a complete loss, because this Sceptile does happen to be Life Orb, so after that one hit, he will only be able to get one more attack off before he kills himself, so I just decided to go on a Chansey, because seeing what this thing has been doing, it's probably a full-on physical attacker, won't carry Elite Seed, so Chansey's pretty safe in staying in here, and I'm thinking he's just going to go for the Leaf Blade to do the most damage possible, and try to do whatever he can before Life Orb kills him. But yeah, I know Life Orb's going to kill him, obviously, and it does, so I just decided to go for the Soft Boil to take full advantage of that, and get all the HP that he will take away from me back. So yeah, that was pretty much a wasted turn for him right there, and I get a shitload of HP back, because, yeah, Soft Boil is awesome on Chansey. And here, he just sends in his Electivire. Now, I'm thinking, okay, this thing is the biggest threat on his team, because basically it threatens both of my walls, so I need to have this thing dead right here, right now. Or, at least, as soon as possible. Now, Cloud Burn is really all I can switch in safely, because Victini is not going to enjoy taking any hits, thanks to that Stealth Rock being up, and Cloud Burn's basically going to die, because I know he's not choiced from previous experience with my Donphan, and I know he's just going to go for the Ice Punch to kill me. So yeah, that's basically what happens. And now I'm thinking, okay, switch in Victini and just scare this guy out into whatever he wants to bring in, so that I can get into a hopefully good position to kill one of his attackers, because if his Crobat's dead, that's good, because Victini will be able to get rid of everything else, and if Electivire dies, then, well, Crobat should come next, because I'm pretty sure Crobat's more bulky than offensive. But yeah, he just switches in his data to get the, to take the hit, because, yeah, it's the best thing he has left on his team to take the hit, because Crobat's gonna die from anything, and this thing is at pretty high HP. But yeah, Zen Headbutt does a pretty good chunk, despite Porygon 2 being bulky as like hell. But I just switch out my Chansey here, because, yeah, I've only got 2 guys left on my team, so I need Chansey to I need to just abuse Chansey for all it's worth to get rid of whatever it can get rid of at this point, so that Victini can come in and just clean up. So yeah, he goes for the Thunderbolt for some odd reason. I guess he just wanted to get rid of my Victini, or whatever. And I decided to go for the Seismic Toss, thinking he's going to switch out his Porygon 2 and go into one of his attackers, expecting an on-attacking move, I guess. But yeah, here he just switches into his Crobat, and I go for the Seismic Toss, predicting him to switch into one of his attackers for the non-attacking move. But yeah, there his Crobat just gets killed, which is good, because now he just switches in his Evire again, and it's going to kill me off with a Cross Chop. Now, I was kind of questioning if I can outspeed Evire with my Victini, because if I can't, then basically I lose, but if I can, then yeah, I win. And if Evire just randomly happens to have Quick Attack, I also lose. But yeah, I just go into Victini, and quickly I looked up on Cerebi which one was faster. Thankfully I am, so yeah, I just go for the V-Create here, because I want to be able to do as much damage to that Porygon 2 as possible, because if Porygon 2 gets a hit off on me, I lose. But yeah, just go for the V-Create, get all of the drops that V-Create comes with, but Porygon 2 is slow as balls, so even after a speed drop, I'm more than confident that I can outspeed it, and Electivire goes down. So yeah, basically here, I know the game's mine, so yeah, he just brings in his Porygon 2, and at about half HP, V-Create with Band is going to be more than enough to kill this thing, so good game, Iyokuu. It was really fun, really close to. Hope we can do it again sometime, maybe, but anyway, comment, rate, sub, and see you guys later.